And we're live.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of April 10th, 2022. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and our future in-studio editor, Big Bad John. And we are here talking pro wrestling for this past week. We're going to be recapping everything from night 2 of WrestleMania all the way through this week of wrestling. We've also got some stuff to line out about the upcoming beginning of season 3 of Pro Wrestling Throwdown and the new fun stuff we're going to try this season.
I think it's most important that hello, baby. It's most important that we mention that yet again,
2 years in a row.
Season 2.
2 years in a row, Luke is the reigning champion of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. And I mean, he puts the P in champion.
All right, so here's the deal. Before we get into season 3, before we get into the WrestleMania stuff, I'm going to do this year's punishment on today's show.
Yep.
So, in order to get that done, last year's punishment needs to be taken care of live in front of the world. Caleb?
Yes?
Why don't you tell me how you really feel about Danhausen?
I love
Don't smoke, it's bad for you.
I love Danhausen.
What? What was that?
I love Danhausen.
What do you love about him?
He's very good and he's very evil.
What? How very good?
He's very good
and
he's very evil.
And
if I don't do this, he's going to put a curse on me.
That's right. He sure is.
Danhausen is the greatest gimmick wrestler of the modern era. He's very entertaining, and I love what he does in the ring. And it would do me no better justice in the world than to have an autographed Danhausen shirt and to let him curse me in real life because I love Danhausen so much. Oh, baby, oh, baby.
Also, he's a what? Genius at making money, I think?
He's very good at making money. He's genuinely very, very good at protecting his gimmick, which I'm oft critical of, but he does protect it. And he does a very good job of being the gimmick.
Yeah, he does.
He's very good.
And you what?
He's very evil.
And you what?
And I love Danhausen.
You what?
I love Danhausen.
What?
I love Danhausen.
Hey, you do. All right. That's enough of the love fest. I feel accomplished.
Also,
So here goes. This is the punishment.
Now, this is season 2's punishment.
Season 2's punishment.
Yep.
I am taking care of both punishments in one day.
Yeah, he is.
What's going to happen is, anytime throughout the broadcast that I say left side, our in-studio producer, Max, has to pay me a compliment and say something about Caleb.
Anytime you say what?
Anytime I say left side. Left side, Max.
You are so beautiful, Luke and Caleb. You're hideous.
See, that's how that's going to work out. Now, if I say strong side.
Luke, you are such a genius. And Max, you're a fucking idiot.
And that's how we're going to do today's show. If I say left side, it's Max. If I say
Luke,
strong side.
You're so handsome. You're just so handsome. You have a wonderful beard. I really like it. I do. And Caleb just looks like a little schoolboy over there, all shaven.
It is. There's something missing this week. Anyway, when I say those two things throughout the day, I'll pepper them in.
What's the other thing?
The strong side.
Oh. Luke, I'd like you to know that you're looking fit, you're looking healthy, you're looking strong. Max, use some work.
So anyway, that's the running gag for today. Let's get into this week's show.
All right. Well, I guess the big number up is that we have to recap night 2 of WrestleMania so we can get through the rest of this week.
Yes.
Night 2, in my opinion, was less entertaining than night 1. I don't know if we all agree.
I think that both shows come off really well.
Yeah.
I think that there was more to offer in night 1, big money match wise.
Yes.
But night 2 being plagued with Roman hurting his arm.
Yes.
And a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
I think that it was the first time in a long time of WrestleManias
Yes.
that it actually felt like something big was going to happen both
Yes.
nights.
Coletta, the reason we didn't do the face paint is because there's none available right now.
Correct.
I would have had to special order it, and if we'd have waited to do that, it would have been another couple of weeks, and we wanted to get through it.
Yes.
So. Because Danhausen's very good, very evil.
That's right. He sure is. But some people are on the left side of that argument.
You have just the most gorgeous eyes. You
Yeah.
really do. And Caleb, when I look in your eyes, I just want to puke.
It's the greatest punishment of all time. Anyway, so let's get into the WrestleMania card. We started off the night kind of slow.
Yes.
The tag team title match with RK Bro went
Against-
down sort of like I thought it was going to.
Yeah, against the Street Profits and the Alpha Academy.
Yes. Was a good, solid triple threat tag match.
Yeah.
Which is very hard to do.
It is. Multiple team tag matches are difficult to navigate. And obviously, Randy Orton being the in-ring kinetic genius that he is, I'm certain that he had a lot to do with formatting that match. There's a lot of credit given too as well to the Street Profits and their athletic ability, and also the athletic ability of Chad Gable and
Otis.
Yes, they did, Tanya. They made it really fun.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah.
Also on the card, Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville was 10 times better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I normally, as I've very clearly and openly stated multiple times, am not a fan of gimmicky comedy matches for whatever reason, whatever my personal laurels are. However, if you were going to do one, they did everything right.
Yes.
They positioned the pops with Wee Man and Party Boy perfectly. Wee Man got a huge pop with the body slam.
My favorite thing of the whole thing was the big hand.
Yeah, Mark Henry's son grew up.
Yeah. Decided he didn't like Sami Zayn either.
That's right.
It was good, funny, like I thought
it was.
gonna be.
It was entertaining. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it entertained the shit out of you. It was probably the most entertaining match of night two.
They got the comedy out of the way.
Yeah.
Where Pat McAfee and
Before
Austin Theory.
we get there, we're missing a match.
I know. I was
Okay.
pointing out that where a lot of people thought that would also be a comedy match, it was everything but a comedy match.
Yes. Well, number one, the big
Don't
props
smoke,
to,
Madfield.
big props to Knoxville because he's so used to working with mousetraps. When the rig malfunctioned, he knew what to do to make it work. And like when you're in the moment and you're expecting an effect, we deal with this like on stage all the time. If something like you're trained to know what's going to happen because it's all rhythm and it's all repetition. And if it doesn't happen, the ability to improvise is super important. He didn't freeze. He didn't balk. He ran down, popped the rig open the way he knew how, and it worked perfectly.
It was also the strong side of the big gimmick too.
Yeah, Luke, I wanted you to know that your hair is just coming in so lusciously and
Thank
so
you
strong.
very much. I tried.
Yeah. It's certainly not thin at all, like Max Fury is. Regrettably thin, much like a stick that's been bobbing in the water for days. Relatively similar skin tone too, which is hilarious considering you tan and spend so much time in the sun. You just look like a stick bug who's a slightly malnourished and has been eaten by ants viciously and violently over and over and over until nothing is left but the bare bones of the stick that is barkless with a dumb tattoo on its arm. Bam!
I guess there's only really one other place I can go from that. That's the left side.
Luke, you've been doing something to like make your teeth whiter because they're looking really, really bright. And
Thank you.
Just really nice. And
Unlike
Caleb over there looking like George Washington's wooden teeth over there.
What?
Like he's
There a nail in there?
eating
They're
berries
white.
and
Look at that.
shit. Smells like shit.
Dick biter.
Berries and shit.
So anyway, back to night two. Happy Corbin and Drew McIntyre killed it.
Yeah, they were actually the opening match. Really delivered. Obviously, we knew McIntyre was going to go over.
Yeah.
Over strong. The sword cutting of the ropes, if you're just watching and don't know how that effect was going to work, was kind of cool. Made McIntyre look like a badass. Obviously, that was more on like the entertainment spectrum. Again, just swinging
Yeah.
a sword violently at someone's head because felonious assault's totally okay in the WWE. I mean, for fuck's sake, they have a kidnapping every other week.
Well, I mean, yeah, Rick Steiner, which we'll get into later.
Yeah, but no, McIntyre and Corbin was exactly what you expected. Also, it put into like how technically sound Corbin is. I love the thing when he runs in to the ropes and then slides out around the turnbuckle and then hops back in. Number one, that's incredible cardio and conditioning.
I'm going to stop you real quick.
Yeah.
Notice in the chat room the last comment.
Yes.
These two making fun of each other and complimenting me, they're safe with each other. If you start commenting and talking shit in the thing, he's going to slay you. That's the way that works. Just say.
Also, call me the Crimson Chin motherfucker. Actually, the Crimson Double Chin, I think would be the where were we? Yeah, McIntyre, Corbin. I love that gimmick when he hits the turnbuckle, rolls out, rolls back in.
Yeah.
Also,
way better put together than
being
Dean
able to
Ambrose's.
hit the end of days on a guy McIntyre's size is really impressive.
It really is.
I understand that McIntyre's giving a lot for that, but man, just to get like the physical look of it to look the right way takes a lot of skill. So I was highly impressed.
Edge,
mucho impresto.
Coming out with the new gimmick, the Undertaker gear against AJ Styles was fantastic.
The entrance was very cool.
Very cool.
The match, in my opinion, was a little boring. But I've been oft critical of Randy Orton. Edge up to this point. Edge's return has been relatively boring to me personally. So, yeah, I mean, it was fine. Technically, it was sound. But it wasn't everything Rollins and Cody Rhodes was of night one is what I expected Edge and AJ to be for night two. And it didn't even come close. It was very methodical, very prodding, much like all of Edge's promos.
Was more of a build for Edge's new faction than a
Damian Priest,
exclamation point to a story.
His new Ministry of Darkness brood, whatever.
I can't wait to see where they go with it. That's my thing. Everybody's dogging it and shit, but honestly,
I think it'd be great.
Depending on with the rumors of Rhea Ripley and Tommaso Ciampa coming in, and the idea of Kevin Owens might also be joining.
Oh, that'd be a unique story.
I mean, they did the Rhea Kevin walking by each other in the entranceway, and they both looked at each other and kept walking.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Something
to see where they
new.
Go. It would be nice to see Edge.
Something completely off the left side.
Like, you got really awesome shirt there.
Thank you.
I'm digging it.
Thank
You're looking good.
Thank
looking good. Caleb over there looking like a pile of shit.
I love this punishment.
Big, y'all
When I
just
win
like
season
Rob,
3,
just a big giant pile of shit.
when I win season 3, I'll change it up a little bit.
We'll see about that, prick.
But anyway, okay, so we covered AJ and Edge.
Yes. Covered the women's tag match?
Yes.
No, we have not.
No, we haven't. Could have done without it.
Yeah, it was a filler match. I mean, it was what it was.
Them changing it from elimination to one fall killed it for me.
Agreed. I would have really liked to have seen it come down to just Liv and Rhea and Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah. I mean, I think the right...
Not that Zelina and Carmella weren't a great team to have in there, or not Natty and Shayna, whatever. But really, that match would have been fantastic if it
the titles work for them.
Yeah.
They do. That Sasha and her can only go upwards with the tag.
Yeah, Sasha and Naomi are really going to...
Finally, Naomi's going to get that chance to do something.
Yeah, and with Sasha at her side as an established former WWE Women's Champion, as well as Naomi and Sasha being...
And you already have the groundwork laid like Randy Orton and Riddle.
Yeah.
Where you can break them up further down the road, and it's just going to elevate both.
And their personalities mesh well, too, which is super important.
John has asked if... they've come up with a name for Edge's new faction.
I don't believe they have they?
I don't believe so either.
Not that I've heard. I'm just going to call it the New Bird is what I'm going to call it. Let me see that, Astro.
Yes, sir.
Until we can get a further establishment of just exactly what the faction is.
Yeah. Right now, it's just Damian Priest. And
right now, it's a lot of vampire-looking.
Yeah, a lot of dark
side.
gothic.
It's basically the House of Black.
What if instead of the Brood, they went with the Stewed?
Was reading this.
What about the dude?
But,
who's the dude?
Brew and
I thought I was a.
Bruins. Okay. You know what? I take. Well done. That was a good bit of chirp in there that I didn't pick up on at first.
Strong side.
Oh, I wanted to tell you that those wristbands are really, really nice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome. What's that say?
It says Stormtrooper.
Oh, Stormtrooper.
The other one says I touch my boobs.
Oh, so that one says Stormtrooper. You know, Stormtroopers always miss, right?
Yeah.
Like Max. Every single time he takes a swing at a woman.
Swing
and a miss.
Oh,
Occasionally, though, he'll knock it straight out of the park. That's the crazy part as it flies into a fucking insane asylum, hits that woman in the head, and then they meet and date for 3 months. I don't know. Man, I'm flying off the cuff.
I believe that was a fuck you from behind the camera. Was reading this morning, there were talks of all titles being unified.
Yes.
Here's the deal. There's talk of the tag titles.
And the women's.
A long time ago.
Max did call this. Now, the tag titles has actually been discussed on TV.
Yes. They haven't announced the
Women's
yet.
title
It's being
hasn't been
discussed
announced.
internally.
As far as the two mid-level titles, the U.S. and the Intercontinental, they'll never unify, and I'll tell you why. Because the Raw Championship, the United States title that's on Raw, can be defended when Roman Reigns is wrestling against somebody on
However,
SmackDown.
think about this.
And vice versa. So there's always a main level title can be defended.
Yeah.
Even when the unified champion isn't on the show.
Roman Reigns told them to
I do
get
love
the
boobs.
titles.
Yeah.
He didn't tell them to win the title.
True.
Yeah.
I had another perspective about that. Hear me out here. They established one main title for the men, one main title for the women, one main set of tag titles, right?
Yeah.
Why not use the United States and Intercontinental titles as secondary titles?
We were just talking about that earlier.
Hold
on.
Yeah.
But here's the spin that I would put on it. Make the U.S. title the secondary title for the men, and make the Intercontinental title a women's secondary title. It's never been done before. We've had female Intercontinental champions before.
Mhm.
Why not make that secondary title? Let's be fair. The work rate in the women's division right now is the best it's ever been. Why not give that title a new legacy and make it the secondary title for the women?
Why not just make it open to intergender? Like,
Well, the
More-
WWE
more
doesn't.
publicly
They
than
can't
they
do
could.
intergender wrestling because of their sponsors. They
why
could-
not? Well, fuck that.
I agree, but like their corporate sponsors, they can get away with doing teasing and doing certain
Or
types
like
of
a mixed
intergender-
tag.
Yeah, but they could never do direct female-male competition.
Well, I mean, you would obviously work it.
Yeah,
to-
it's still
be
it's
right,
the premise for their
Yeah.
their sponsors, men hitting women, the whole their family.
Roman
friendly.
Reigns is not a free agent. Roman Reigns holds the two heavyweight championships that have been unified for both companies. Therefore, he's a floater.
Yeah.
He has the kind of like when the title was first done, where the Universal title. The Undisputed Championship was Brock Lesnar's, and he defended on both shows until Stephanie
one
McMahon
every other month.
drafted Brock Lesnar and the title to SmackDown, which caused
Eric Bischoff to establish a big gold belt and handing it over to Triple H, establishing him the Raw World's Heavyweight Champion.
But in the original set of rules, the Undisputed champion could travel both shows.
And that's also back when SmackDown and Raw had differentiating pay-per-views.
Just like the women's tag titles until SmackDown or until NXT,
NXT
got
established their own tag team title.
could be defended on all three shows.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Bow!
boom.
Knowledge! Laying it on you. Let's talk about Pat McAfee and Austin Theory.
Sleeper hit of the night.
We predicted forever it was going to be a sleeper hit.
Pat McAfee is a beast.
is a bad mama jamma. That motherfucker
Oh, yeah.
can go. And his feats of athleticism alone, the leaping up, the backflip off of the superplex fuck off, the leaping
Yeah.
straight up to it and hitting it anyway, man, you gots to be good.
It's sad that I'm going to
so
say
good.
the MVP for. Well, we'll get to that after we get to the main event.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee did everything you wanted him to do, and then you got Pat McAfee going over Austin Theory.
Yep.
Only to challenge Vince McMahon to get in the ring.
And of course, McMahon did.
McMahon over.
However, it's McMahon's company. It's his last hurrah. It was entertaining. It was fun.
It was- yeah.
Don't take it
was-
too seriously.
It was a way to bring Stone Cold out, which they did.
Yes.
And Austin Theory took the best stunner since Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Vince used to take good ones.
Well,
Used to.
I love his first stunner that he ever took was the shittiest stunner ever until the last stunner that he ever took.
Yeah.
However, Pat McAfee stunner set.
That was great.
It was so
The
good.
shoot up,
The
spit
best
beer
part
out,
about
shoot
that
couple in
is
back.
Pat McAfee stated in an interview that, that
You're excused.
the stunner from Stone Cold wasn't planned. He offered him to come in the ring, and when he handed him the beer, he goes, "Drink this one, stunner, after the next one."
Yeah, it was all a
And
fly.
Pat McAfee's like, "I've been a fan for so many years. I knew as soon as he called me in the ring exactly what he wanted to do." So here's the deal. Stone Cold Steve Austin in his last 2 nights of professional wrestling so far, never say never, he stunned Vince McMahon.
Yep.
He stunned Kevin Owens.
Yep.
He got Byron Saxton.
Yep.
He got Austin Theory.
Yep.
And he got Pat McAfee.
Yep.
And did I say Vince McMahon already?
Did you mention Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's 5 stunners in 2
5
days.
stunners in 2 days, baby.
And 2 cases of beer.
Yeah. You're welcome, America.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's still the man.
Always going to be the man.
No, he wants to wrestle on Raw, pay-per-view. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm in.
Yeah.
The man gave Kevin Owens everything he could give him on night 1, and then come out and gave Vince McMahon and all those boys the rub.
Yeah.
I know, John.
Bobby
Jill.
Lashley and Omos.
Everything I thought it was going to be.
It was not a technical
It wasn't
classic.
terrible.
It was a fight.
Wasn't
It was
terrible.
a fight. The right guy went over. I really didn't expect them to have him beat Omos. But the follow-up on Raw, which we'll talk about, explains why.
Was
Yeah. But again, that was destined to be a filler match. You know, it's not something we expected to be a phenomenal showcase.
and then, of course, the greatest WrestleMania main event in the history of WrestleMania main events.
allegedly.
It was not.
It wasn't. But of course, for reasons being Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against the Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
Yep.
12 minutes.
Yep.
Main event went 12 minutes.
It was the same recycled match they always do. Superman punch, suplex, suplex, spear, F5, spear, Superman punch, spear, over.
How many spears do you think we saw throughout the course of WrestleMania?
Between Edge, Roman Reigns,
Fucking, there's a
Lashley.
5 or 6 different guys. It seems like that were.
Here's the deal.
Remember when Edge first came back, you had at one time Goldberg, Roman Reigns, Edge, and Bobby Lashley all hitting spears on various episodes of television.
Yeah.
I thought super kicks were getting bad,
No, the spear is terrible.
but I'll be
I
damned.
told you, I just about the spears for a
Here's the
while.
deal.
Yeah.
Roman gets hurt through the Kimura. It looks like that's the video evidence I've seen.
Yeah.
Lesnar probably got a little carried away.
Yeah, unless it's a work.
I mean, it looked dislocated like a motherfucker.
It did.
It did.
But here's the deal. He gets hurt. Instead of risking a further injury to the arm, they call an audible and they end the match.
See, and here's going to be my only argument, okay? Brock Lesnar has used the Gamora lock legitimately to win fights. He's used it not legitimately in the WWE to win matches against guys a lot smaller, a lot less stout, with a lot where their appendages are much more stretchable and much more pliable than Roman Reigns' were.
Well, my point is simply this. Chris Benoit wrestled with a broken neck, and so have several other guys. Angle did it during the Olympics.
Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking
You
neck.
can't dislocate and relocate your arm and finish your match the way you're supposed to. You really are out of the children's table.
Yeah.
It's not for nothing, but I've dislocated my knee in like 8 matches and just popped that motherfucker.
Through my
out.
shoulder back and Grand Chain wrestling.
He's
Through mine out wrestling coach and power play when we were a tag team, Grand Chain popped back and post that.
Ain't hard, baby. But either way, I think it's a work. I think they're going to give Roman a little bit of time here in a couple of weeks, maybe off TV. I think they're going to book some bullshit explanation. He has been working a full-time schedule.
Is he going to go on vacation again?
Well, yeah, he's going to get more teeth fixed or something. Whatever
Goes on vacation more than the president.
whatever bullshit lie they're going to feed you this time about where he is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it out loud, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right. So we've gone through WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah. All in all, night 1 was
All right.
the WrestleMania.
Pose a question to everybody in the room.
Let's hear it.
Who was the MVP of Night 1?
Cody Rhodes.
Stand out, probably, be Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, in my opinion.
Cody Rhodes. Going different. Logan Paul.
Oh shit!
Logan Paul.
Close
second.
I didn't even
close
think.
second because I was
blown away by
surprised.
Logan Paul. So that's a really good fucking argument. I wish I'd have thought about that before I answered.
No, it's
so,
close
but
second.
first answer came to my mind was Cody, so we're sticking
Well,
with
that's
it.
what I want to go with.
Yeah, sticking with it.
Night 2.
Don't smoke.
MVP night 2.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee would be a close second because the first thing that came to my mind from night 2 was Matt Riddle with that springboard RKO,
That's a good one.
and it was beautiful.
I had it wrong. Randy hit Gable
Mm-hmm.
with the one from the top rope. I did call it, just not the right guy.
Yeah.
Johnny?
Pat McAfee.
I'm also going Pat McAfee. Now, for me to say that's very interesting due to the fact that the MVP for night 1 I found was Logan Paul. For night 2 I found was Pat McAfee. And neither one of these men are contracted
Full-time
wrestlers.
in-ring competitors. Well, it's the same thing when Bad Bunny came in.
Also,
Bad Bunny stole
as
the
much
show.
as I don't like the guy, may I have the floor?
You may.
All right. I am in no way endorsing Logan Paul and anything he's done online, anything that's happened on YouTube, him or his brother, or anything.
He's paid for it.
However,
He's paid for it.
him coming back out after the match and doing that interview with the Sun where he's like, anyone who calls professional wrestling fake are
Yeah.
morons. He said,
I
I
do
hurt.
Yeah.
I've hurt all week. I'll probably hurt for the next 2 weeks. It's not a trampoline. It's made of wood. And here's the deal. Even in practice, it hurts, and we risk our bodies practicing before they even go out to the ring.
He put a lot of respect.
He
on the
put
business
wrestling
today.
over big time.
And so, but remember, so did Bad Bunny. When
He
Bad Bunny
did.
was like, I trained for months, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And
He did, but here's the deal. Him and his brother both embraced it. His brother during the pre-show
I
getting
was
the
just
crowd
about to
into
say,
it.
Yeah.
his brother did better heel work on the stick during the pre-show than a lot of their full-time guys do.
Yeah, he really
If they
did
were
that.
smart, obviously they probably couldn't lock the Pauls down. I mean, ideally hire them both
Like, they
forever.
probably had to security walk him out.
But
The crowd
imagine-
wanted to kill him.
Imagine Logan Paul being the in-ring and Jake Paul being the mouthpiece, where he's just getting heat for his brother and his brother's doing all the flashy. Because again, look, Jake Paul's a fighter too, so he's probably got the
Also
aptitude
want
to be
to
a
point
wrestler.
out the 500.
Fucking tag team.
Also
Oh,
want
yeah.
to point out the $500,000+ Pokemon card he wore around his neck to the ring.
No, that was a $3 million.
$3 million.
plus
Sorry, I knew it
Pokemon
was up
card that he
there.
wore to the ring.
Around his neck.
I just think it's sad that
He had it
Pokemon cost
certified.
$3 million.
He had it certified at WrestleMania in the back with Guinness and whatever the card collecting thing is.
Yeah.
Graded and everything backstage in the locker room
Yeah.
WrestleMania before he put it around his neck.
Yeah.
Lord.
Standing there in the locker room with a picture of
And
him and the Guinness guy
let's
shoulder to
also-
shoulder with the card.
Let's also admire the sack it took to wear that thing out in front of 70,000 people and not even be concerned a little bit that it was going to go missing.
Yeah, no shit.
Not including the 35, 40, 50 people in the back that are just the boys, plus the crew, plus the maintenance teams,
You tell
plus
he
the
was well
staff.
liked.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry. I see you wearing a $3 million piece and I think I can get a piece of it. I might just think about it. I might just
Well, here's the
consider
deal. You
it.
can definitely tell he was one of the boys and was accepted because it didn't go missing.
Mm-mm.
In the highest level, I don't give a shit. If you're a douchebag backstage, you get what's coming to you.
Yep.
And evidently he wasn't.
No, he was super gracious and he put over the business.
You can't
The
fault him for that.
the really cool thing, and
It tied into the gear too.
here's the precedent we've set, though. The last two WrestleManias was Bad Bunny was last year's WrestleMania, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Last two WrestleManias, we've had three celebrities in the ring. Pat McAfee, not being a full-time in-ring competitor, has had matches, but consider him a celebrity,
Yeah.
right? The last two WrestleManias, we've left knowing that there are three celebrities in the world who can do this just as good, even if just occasionally, as their full-time, tenured, seasoned professional wrestlers. Now, does that set a precedent for the guys coming in that are working that hard to be good at it? Or are the guys that are doing it full-time not that good at it? Obviously, the right answer is the guys are working super hard to get good.
Yeah.
But they're getting good quick. We're talking about guys who've never even considered being wrestlers. Yeah, they might train for 6 months for it, but that's 6 months of not in a crowd, not working a TV show, not working an OVW, not working an FCW to get those
Just
to
in
get
a
the
warehouse
reps.
somewhere.
Not their first live experience in a wrestling ring is in front of 60, 70,000 screaming fucking people.
Most of them on the left side.
Miss a step.
Luke, your beard is looking really full and nice. It's growing in real good.
It's manly, right?
But yeah. And Caleb's sitting there next to you and just killing the whole thing for me. It's just, God, he's ugly.
That motherfucker called you ugly.
That's all right.
So anyway, yes, the celebrities out there, they're killing it. Last 2 years in a row. I mean, it shows to you that professional wrestling, as of right now in pop culture, has been bigger at one point. However, more stars from different companies now, like the Olympians that were signed.
Yeah.
And shit are all like,
Gable Stevenson.
Give me 6 months. I think I might be able to do what you do. And they come out and they do what they do.
And there's an irony to that when you think about all the celebrity stuff that we saw in the 90s, back when wrestling was at its hottest.
Yeah.
Was, while still super entertaining, not nearly the caliber that we see now. With the exception of the Diamond Dallas Page tag team match against Rodman. And who was his partner?
It was Carl Malone.
Carl Malone killed it. Right? First time.
Jay Leno killed it.
Hell, Drew Carey killed it, really. I mean,
Dennis Rodman and Macho Man that year at Road Wild killed it.
Mm-hmm.
You can say what you want. David Arquette killed it.
Johnny Knoxville, a fourth celebrity
that killed
in the mix that killed it.
For his style of match, he was perfect for it.
Even before that, when the Royal Rumble came, remember we were talking about that pretty forearm he hit. Like, just got a good sound, got a solid shot. I mean, these guys.
I'll tell you what, something needs to be said about an unsung hero of WrestleMania. Wee Man took a killer kick to the face.
He also, kudos to Sami Zayn, he hoofed his ass way up there for that power slam.
Yeah.
He made it look like Hogan and Andre up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did.
Kudos to those boys.
Yeah, kudos. All in all, WrestleMania, both nights, what do you give it?
Both nights all told?
Out of 10.
Out of 10? Both nights all told, at least an 8.5.
Max?
That's about where I was at. 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
Maybe.
8.5. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 8.5 as well. I think it was for
the
first time in a long time, WrestleMania felt like a big deal.
It had an old
both nights
feel to it.
Both nights
you know what?
felt like a big deal.
You know what? I just realized you talked about the MVPs of WrestleMania. Bianca Belair's name really should be up there. She had two of the best women's matches at WrestleMania. Probably just caliber of women's wrestling matches alone, probably the best two ever done at a WrestleMania. She had them back-to-back, dual main events, took home a women's championship both times. I say she needs to have the new streak. Make her the EST of WrestleMania.
It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah, fucking line them up.
Considering she's been around for 2 years in the WWE game and has main evented WrestleMania 2 years in a row.
Both of them. And won both of them.
Ever since coming from NXT, she has a streak of being in the WrestleMania main event for the last 2 years.
Bianca Belair said
winning.
Bianca Belair said she'll take both.
She'll take both.
And she took both.
And she might still.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to move on from WrestleMania and go into some of this week's wrestling?
Since there's not a lot to cover.
Well, we opened up Monday Night Raw with Cody Rhodes, baby. Mm-hmm. Now, last week, if you go back and review, I said I really want Cody Rhodes to come out to the ring and open up his promo and say, so what do you guys want to talk about as a throw out to the AEW?
Coletta asks in the group chat, hey, Max, how about her forearm?
It's the size of Max's dick.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
Not even relatively.
She popped him with a good
forearm.
She popped him with a good arm bar.
Arm bar!
She did get me pretty good.
Cody Rhodes opens up Raw.
It was well deserving.
Opens up, says what do you guys want to talk about? Cuts a really great promo. Let me preface this. Cody Rhodes promos are what they are. He's always going to try to reach down and do the emotional thing, whether or not it comes off
it's the Dusty
appropriately.
Finish.
Well, it's the Dusty promo, but he's doing it the Cody way. Dusty just had a better way of emoting than Cody does because Cody sounds like he's acting sometimes. While it could be real emotion, it's what it sounds like as he's saying it. That being said, still kind of killer promo.
I thought it was
talked about his journey, talked about being 8 years old at Dusty's knee, looking at the picture of the title belt, promising himself that he'd win the belt for his dad, goes on to say, it was always my dream to hand him the belt and say, no one can take it away from you. And then that dream died. The way he worded that, because he didn't directly say, and then my dad died.
No, he said
but for him to say, and then that dream died, encompasses the Vision and the Dream Dusty Rhodes. So really great promo. Comes out, opens wide up. Great.
I want to add in there. He during all of that, he kept mentioning the belt that his dad was holding in the picture.
Yeah, which was the WWF title at the time.
Right. And he kept, throughout that whole entire promo, he kept mentioning specifically
that belt. Yeah.
That belt, very specifically, which leads me to believe, and I'm going to say it now because I've been calling a whole
Please do, because I need a break.
Speak your truth.
I believe that there's a good, strong possibility that they're going to bring that belt back when he wins it.
And then Luke also...
When he wins the title.
Luke also made mention that he was the one who brought back the white strap Intercontinental title, so that's absolutely in the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Also, you unify. I mean, you put Universal on that title. You make a new belt that looks just like it.
Just like the old one.
That's what you do. You just put Universal across it rather than World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Other than that, we did see Veer's debut. It was a squash match.
Did you see the fucking thumbnail that one company shared?
Yes, it was like Veer. Oh my God, what was it? Finishes opponent. Finishes. It was something like with two sexual innuendos.
Finishes Dominic quickly after beating Rey Mysterio.
Something on his back or something. Something dirty.
It was terrible.
So Veer debuts. We saw.
What did we see, Caleb?
The debut of.
What we see, Caleb? What we see?
Ezekiel.
That's Elias's younger brother. Here's the deal. If you remember, I said the thing about the 200 subscribers and the beard. If I happen to disappear after the 200 visitors or subscribers, and I come back and I go away for a little while, I might send my younger brother, Lane, to come in and do some shows until I can return.
James Lane. Speaking of Lane, stay in yours.
It's Ezekiel.
No, that's the dumbest.
It's Ezekiel.
That's the dumbest
It's Ezekiel.
fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, it's intentionally dumb and it's intentionally a rib.
Here's
Why
the deal.
waste a guy like Elias's talent? Why?
It's not Elias.
Don't
Ezekiel.
you start with me. Don't you fucking start with me.
Strong said.
Oh, well, speaking of starting, I want you to know you've been very witty today.
Thank you.
You know who you kind of remind me of?
Who's that?
Brody King.
Yeah,
A little bit Brody King. Unlike the Wish version of Ralph Macchio that is Max Fury. Less karate, more kid.
Less karate, more kid. That's a t-shirt.
You
know who else makes really good
t-shirts? You and that half a stash.
You know who else makes really good t-shirts?
Who's that?
Why don't you tell the folks? Why don't you tell the folks who makes really good t-shirts?
Pro wrestling?
No. Why don't you sing his praises a little bit more? Go on. Who makes really good t-shirts? Really quick?
Danhausen makes really good t-shirts.
Sells a lot. What was that?
Danhausen sells a lot of t-shirts.
He also what?
Sells a lot of t-shirts.
That's right. Danhausen sells a lot of t-shirts. I'm glad you're on this side of the fence now, man.
Danhausen sells merch.
Lots of merch.
Very good. Very.
Yeah, he is.
Orange Cassidy's tag team partner.
I think Caleb should sit like this for this.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Sorry. So anyway, so we got through. Also we got to mention the ignorancy that is worse than the Ezekiel thing, and that is MVP turning on Bobby Lashley to go with Almost.
Okay, but hear me out. If they're gonna push Almost, and we obviously consider that they're going to,
they need to have the mouthpiece.
He needs a mouthpiece. It also puts Bobby Lashley back in a face position. So if he needs to challenge Roman again for the belt for a short program, they can do that. And MVP,
Roman and Lashley be kind of nice.
It would be. And MVP can get, because really we did see Roman and Bobby before, but the script was flipped.
Very little, yes.
See what I'm saying? So if MVP is
that was one of his best promos, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If MVP's the mouthpiece, he can go out there, he can say all the stuff, get all the cross points away, all almost has to do with slam people. That formula's worked before.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing. We just have to hope that they book it appropriately to get the real benefit out of it. Because there is a lot of money.
That Almost is going to get better technically.
Even if he doesn't, if you disguise the fact that he can't talk and you keep his matches booked in a way that only showcases strengths, there's easy ways to get a giant over.
But yeah, they did it for Khali for an entire year.
Exactly. But Khali didn't even have the type of mouthpiece that MVP is. So if you take that into consideration, not the
at
worst
first
thing.
he did.
Yeah.
At first, they had Daivari as
Yeah.
his mouthpiece. But you're right. That's pretty much
That's
the
Raw in a
gist of
nutshell.
Raw.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. Other
Roman
than-
Reigns come out, talked about how he was now the champion,
Yeah.
and he would explain his stuff on SmackDown, what he was going to do next, and
Yeah.
then ended the show with acknowledgement.
We moved then.
What you expected.
We moved then into NXT Tuesday night. Look, I love NXT to a degree. We all know that NXT 2.0 is not the NXT of old.
No.
That being said, you can make it as fun, as charactery, as gimmicky as you want. Go for it. Go nuts.
It's 80s TV.
There's
It's 80s
absolutely
wrestling.
not a soul in the world that buys the fact that Rick Steiner got kidnapped.
No.
I'm going to repeat that. There was not a soul living on this planet that has lived on this planet or will live on this planet familiar with what we do that believes that Rick Steiner was ever in a position in which he got kidnapped.
Scott.
Unless you want to talk about the WCW contract hold they had him on 89, and that wasn't his fault. Oh, yeah, you're right. The booking lately has been off shitty.
The booking in 2012 to 2016 was also shit.
Yeah.
The best booking was
I
in
guess
the Wars.
While we're talking about NXT, we can cover the fact that Nash Carter, NXT Tag Team Champion, was unceremoniously released. So for those of you who weren't aware, Kimberly, his wife, or estranged wife now, I guess getting divorced wife, did release a picture that Nash Carter had punched her in the face at some point. They had some sort of physical altercation, but that's not what got him released. The picture that she shared following was him having shaved a Hitler mustache and saying heiling to a camera was what got him released. And it doesn't matter if that's a joke. It doesn't matter if it was meant to be funny. It doesn't matter that he only shared it with her. It became public. It's disgusting. It's distasteful. It's not funny. And he
it almost
deserves,
cost Seth Rollins his job years ago.
and he deserves to have gotten fired. So fuck Nash Carter. Sorry about it. I understand that there are a lot of people defending him with the Kimberly thing. I get all of that. The Hitler
That's
thing.
not what we're talking about.
It's
here.
not
We're
funny.
not talking about the abuse
Exactly.
allegations.
It's
We're
not
talking
funny.
about being a shit person.
And you made it public. Like I said, even if you said it to one person, that one person put
Too
it
many.
in public.
One person's
So,
too many.
You know, I don't feel any.
And what did that one guy come out on that fucking message board and say?
Oh yeah, it said somebody defended him on Twitter, having said, you know, every guy who's ever shaved his face has done that with their mustache at least once.
Have you?
No,
I have not either.
there has
So-
never been
No?
an occasion in which I've ever grown my facial hair and thought, you know, what would be funny if I shaved all of this off, and put my hand into a racist, hate-filled gesture for comedic amusement. I've
stupid.
done the racist, hate-filled gesture for comedic amusement on stage in a written script, and I almost got booed off of stage, even though it was written for the part.
Yeah.
That's not funny. It's not funny anymore. Wasn't funny then. Even if it was funny then, it certainly isn't funny now.
No.
So
This isn't the producers.
no,
It's not funny.
no, get out of here. That being said, that's really all we saw from NXT.
NXT was slow. I do not like the addition of the neon colors in the title belt.
Yeah.
Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
The NXT title now where the X is has multicolored shit fests going up. It looks like a fucking kid's toy belt.
We move over to AEW.
Hold on before we move over to AEW.
Sure.
Left side.
Luke, you're looking slim and fit, and
And I feel good today. I don't know why.
looking over there, looking like if you put a purple dress on him, he could be that girl from Willy Wonka. Turning Violet.
What's her name?
Violet.
What's her last name? Beauregard, motherfucker! Her name is Violet Beauregard.
You would know that.
Fuck it.
I do know
Fuck-
that.
Hold on. Fuck it. Strong side.
You know what? Speaking of Willy Wonka, that's a classic. I think you're a classic.
Well, thank you.
I think you're classical. I think you're timeless.
Hey, man.
I think
hey,
you're ageless.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Willy Wonka? How about that fucking Max Cowboy looking motherfucker, Mike TV kid over here,
Right?
shooting his little cat gun, even though it's his penis. You know what, Max? It's really cool that you have a big dick because you're mostly dick.
Oh, I love
Hey,
this.
Luke, what side is that?
That's
Hold
what-
on. You know why we have to? You know why we have to prop you up sometimes and have to walk away from you while you're standing still because we can only stand next to that prick for so long.
Fear of the left side.
That's shit.
You got a pair of nice shoes the other day. They're really nice. Caleb, you just giant piece of shit.
You
Why don't
know,
you
give me
he's
one
a
more,
fucking
give me
child.
one more.
Like, how thick are those glasses? Can you see Mars from here? Why don't we just strap some binoculars over your face?
Oh, motherfucker.
Here's
You don't want to
here,
talk
hold on.
about
Here's
vision.
the
You
thing.
don't want to talk about vision today. You don't want to talk about vision.
You know what I love how this has gone?
What's that?
Now it's like, Luke, yeah, you're nice, whatever. You motherfucker.
Primary focus.
Strong side.
You know what, Luke? I really enjoyed doing this podcast with you. We put a lot of work into this. We started this three years ago almost. 2 years. Our anniversary's coming up. I really love doing this podcast with you. Oh, Max is here too. You know why his dick's so big? Because there's no end to that prick.
Anyway, so AEW, try to keep this going,
sorry.
and I'm just going to do it all day.
Takeaways from AEW. Samoa Joe made his in-ring
Don't
debut.
smoke that.
Very quickly, mind you. They didn't do a lot of promo things. He got right into the Owen Hart tournament with the victory over Max Caster. CM Punk made another buy in being the number one contender. Adam Page finally got a little bit of heat on him.
Got some balls.
Got some balls up against Adam Cole. Adam Cole challenges him to a Texas death match, which, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't we have a Texas death match between Page and Lance Archer like 5 weeks ago?
No, but I believe we had a dog collar match, and that's basically the same thing.
No. The dog collar match was MJF and CM Punk.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the Texas death match is no.
The Texas death match was Lance Archer and Adam Page.
But what I'm saying is it's no different than a dog collar if
Right.
it's done traditionally, except
Right.
you're strapped at the wrist.
Right.
The only difference.
So that's going to happen, but we have to talk about the main event because that's the most important thing of the night. FTR Young Bucks 2. FTR puts the both Ring of Honor and AAA tag team titles up for grabs, up against the Young Bucks. Hot damn. The Briscoes had a match of the year contender tag team match with FTR 3 days beforehand. And then FTR comes back and has a second match of the year tag team match contender with the Young Bucks. They are the best tag team in the fucking world.
They really are.
They're bar none.
It's hard to argue.
Is the best traditional professional wrestler in the game, and the closest fucking second possible is Cash Wheeler.
Yeah, you're right.
It's ridiculous.
You're right.
I'm going to just 1 second.
No, go ahead, Gush.
I've been a tag team wrestling aficionado forever. We established this last week, and I established this
I am also a big fan of
tag team wrestling is my bread and butter, and I can tell you right now, there is no tag team that comes close to the synchronicity, to the just reliance and ring awareness that they both have for each other. And it's kind of poetic, too, in that FTR, big Bret Hart guys, Young Bucks, big HBK guy, they both have very real professional tension the same way. It's like that feud is rehashing in real time, and we get to enjoy it a second time.
The only one tag team I can think has a better performance and better record than them.
Who do you think?
I mean, we've never been defeated.
Oh, you're right, baby.
As a tag team.
Goddamn right.
Ever.
What happened the last time you tagged with Max?
I haven't tagged.
Oh, that's right. That one was for free.
No, I have wrestled Max
in
a tag match. We had a really good one.
Yes, you did. Max, damn good worker, y'all. I get Max shit, but we're going to do that fucking watch along with some of our matches from back in the day when we just built that ring in the backyard. And they were a lot of fun. I can find away with this.
Very important. So,
smoke.
Here we go. We've gotten through AEW. The tag match was great. It was everything you wanted it to be.
Yep. Can't argue with it.
SmackDown.
SmackDown was all right. We got the Edge Damian Priest promo. They put a little bit of. They really didn't do much with it because
he did say he was the punishment, which I thought was a play on punishment. That's pretty funny.
Once again, we're interested to see where it goes. They didn't do a lot with it on SmackDown. It's going to take some time. That's going to be a slow burn.
Yeah.
We got Roman. Wants the Usos to unify the tag team titles.
Yes. Now, Max
pointed out. Why don't you repeat what you said earlier?
What did he tell the Usos about the tag titles? He didn't say go win the tag titles.
Yeah, he said, "Get me the tag titles."
Yeah, Go to Raw.
He said to get the belts. He didn't say to win them.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Luke is looking really nice over there. But Caleb over there, he doesn't win things. He has the blue ribbon, but he did not win it.
I might
He's a
not,
piece of shit.
might not have won it, but it's in my possession.
Rob Page, welcome back, says, can't wait for the RK Bro Usos match.
Mm-mm.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I think
really good.
that if they're smart, they can use that to transition, but for a feud between Orton and Roman.
I was just thinking the same thing. The easiest way would be to hurt Riddle.
Yeah.
And have them all beat down Riddle and have Orton challenge Roman Reigns for the championship.
Yep.
And then have Riddle turn on fucking Orton.
Yep. Also, we
And
established.
SummerSlam is already written.
Yes, sir. We've also established who Roman Reigns' first opponent's going to be as unified champion.
Monday night. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're correct. Friday night.
Shinsuke Nakamura. The king of strong style against the one-man dynasty Roman Reigns.
RK Bro winning would not put shame on the bloodline until they have both sets of tag titles. Then when
Correct.
they lose the unified tag titles, then they're a shame on
dishonor
the bloodline.
on you, dishonor on your cow,
Dishonor on your whole family.
dishonor on your whole family. Dishonor.
Roman did say, now you can acknowledge me not only as a universal champion, but the champion.
Yeah. Outside of that, I really don't remember much else about SmackDown.
Sami Zayn wrestled, I want to say it was Apollo Crews. Raquel Rodriguez now, formerly Raquel
she
Gonzalez, debuted.
Oh, Volter and Imperium debuted.
Yes.
Gunther, sorry.
Yes, once the unified tag titles are done, that's when we'll start building to the imposition of
The Bloodline.
the bloodline. With the Rock.
Yeah.
They might be setting Cody Rhodes up to win that title so the Rock doesn't have to have that title match.
Yeah.
It's going to
that
happen.
could just
Rock
be-
and Roman's going to happen.
That could just be a match.
That way there's no title on the
Then
line.
you can put Rock over.
Yeah.
You can have Roman state that it's not about the championship anymore. It's about me proving that I'm the head of
It's
the
about
table.
the bloodline. Yeah.
It's the tribal. It's him challenging the status of tribal chief.
Yep.
Which Roman can come out and say that means more to me than any hunk of metal.
Yeah.
I don't need a belt. I am the tribal chief.
Yeah.
You will acknowledge me. And The Rock coming out and being like, the only fucking table you're the head of is the kids' table.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go sit down.
Yeah.
Grown-ups are talking.
When the adults get fed, then the kids can come up.
I think it would be a really nice touch if they brought in Rikishi, if they brought in some of the other Samoan family to really invest in that feud.
That's the feud you want with Randy Orton. You want Randy Orton to start RKOing fucking Samoan Dynasty.
Oh yeah.
Have him start taking out the legends, have him drop the fucking grandfathers and Rikishi and all these fucking Samoan lineage. Have him drop them all and be like, I'm the tribe killer. I'm no longer the legend killer.
Yeah.
I'm here to kill the tribe.
Rob Page says Rock versus Roman Reigns would be a joke. Disagree. But he said it should be maybe Roman versus Priest and would be a good match. I made that comment months ago.
The only thing about that is that Damian Priest doesn't make a viable opponent for Roman Reigns at this point in time. He's not over enough. He's big enough and can do it. He's talented enough, but he's not over enough.
So since we're talking, that's pretty
Hence why we went back to Shinsuke.
Yeah. That's pretty much all that happened this week in wrestling. They've already announced Cody Rhodes' first opponent on Raw.
Being The Miz.
It's going to be The Miz.
And it's going to take place on Monday night on Raw.
I'm super excited for that match. Miz gets a lot of hate. If you hate The Miz, if you think The Miz is a bad wrestler, you're wrong. He's fantastic. That feud writes itself. It's the best opening form for them to go with.
Agreed.
Big fan of that idea. Also, we just talk about the fact that that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are in the same company again for the first time in 6 years, and we're looking at grown-up Cody Rhodes now. That's a feud. That's a feud waiting to happen. That's a SummerSlam feud.
Considering we both know Cody Rhodes uses the RKO or did in AEW.
He used it on WrestleMania.
He used it at WrestleMania.
Well, it's a springboard cutter, but yeah.
Still.
Yeah, I know this.
Miz is a decent wrestler, but never been a big fan.
You know what? He gets a lot of mixed reception.
Here's the thing with The Miz. And this is no knock on you, Rob. Don't take this personally. But
Yeah.
The Miz gives a fuck
About
what
we
people think of him. He's The Miz. He's making more money than he should even be allowed to make.
He's got a reality show. He's got a hot wife. He's got 2 kids.
He's got one of the hottest wives out there. He's got 2 beautiful children.
Yeah.
And he has a reality show. He makes movies. But here's the thing that I like about him. The Miz, by far, is more of a wrestling fan than half of the fucking wrestlers in pro
Hard
wrestling
disagree,
today.
Rob. She's beautiful.
And that's not just WWE. That's in all facets of wrestling.
Well, and again, let's put over the fact that The Miz went on a reality TV show, said that one day he was going to be a WWE champion.
And at the reunion show, showed up with the belt.
It happened. Was one of the most hated guys in the locker room when he first came in, right? Was one of the most obnoxious, fucking nobody liked him. Now he's one of the WWE's top most reliable superstars. Has never had or never sustained a strenuous injury because of the way he works. Has never hurt anybody else. Has held every major championship.
Never been injured for a long period of time.
Has held every major title in the business.
Till last year, he had never been injured until he messed up his knee when he was a tag team.
Has held every major title.
And even then,
has main evented a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's done it.
He not only main evented the WrestleMania, he main evented the WrestleMania against John Cena and won.
Yeah.
How many people say they have a clear victory over John Cena at WrestleMania 1, 2, 3 ever?
You know who? The Undertaker and The Miz. And if you're on any list that starts out with The Undertaker and sorry, you're at the top of your game.
Not only did The Miz beat John Cena, not only did
Max,
he successfully
do me a favor. Google The Miz's age real quick.
Not only did he beat John Cena in the main event, he retained the heavyweight championship in the main event of WrestleMania over John Cena.
Yep. Made when he was Intercontinental Champion, when there was no champion on Raw. Used the Intercontinental SmackDown. Used the Intercontinental Championship to elevate it to the status of the main title. How many other times have you seen that? Ever since
The Miz let go of that Intercontinental title, it has done nothing but fall.
But when he had it, the belt mattered.
One of the best in the business, yet one of the nicest people in real life. That is 41. Correct.
Yeah, he's 41.
Birthday's in October.
The Miz is 41 years old, which means with the way he wrestles now, he could easily go another 10 years. Imagine what he can do in 10 more years' time. As he gets more seasoning, he
becomes a vet in the locker room.
And here's the other, he's already a vet in the locker room. Here's the other thing. If he decided to walk out in 5 years and just be done with wrestling, you'd have to look at his legacy and think that guy had one of the best careers in wrestling of all time. He was the most
must-see WWE champion of all time.
Highest rated champion of his decade for the first time in 10 years. Second only, actually toppling the ratings from the most viewed champion, which was the Edge. Which was Edge.
Yeah.
So the guy that everyone said wasn't going to amount to anything and didn't like, toppled the other guy who, again, built a career, came up from the bottom, main evented everything. The Miz is one of the top guys, and what a perfect feud for Cody Rhodes. What a perfect – if you were going to book a show and had someone like Cody, because the feud writes itself, they can interject the wives if they want to. They can bring up the reality TV status. They can bring up the fact that they both had a very similar, very long trending career path that got them both to the top. Two guys who started from the bottom. Yes, Cody Rhodes was always a Rhodes, but let's be fair. Where did that get him at first?
A tag team partner with Hardcore Holly.
Right. Absolutely fucking nowhere.
He built himself from the ground up just like The Miz.
Cody Rhodes left, did everything he could to make himself the best. The Miz stayed and did everything he could to make himself
subscribed to the Drew McIntyre school of getting over.
Yeah.
You leave, you build yourself, you come back. That's how wrestling works.
The Miz didn't have to do that. The Miz stayed, literally fist fought JBL in the locker room.
Cody Rhodes
to keep his
neck
status.
surgery. Thought I seen a scar on his neck. No, it's his shoulder.
Yeah,
it's shoulder surgery.
But yeah, I'm excited for the Miz and Cody. Is the point?
Here's the deal, and also we can't remiss before we get into everybody's favorite segment.
Yeah,
you can't also forget to mention that Cody Rhodes. Hold on a second. I'm trying not to. Okay, burp.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes. As the build, like we've said, went away, did everything he needed to do and come back.
Yep.
Has also dropped a bombshell that other AEW superstars are ready to leave.
So the MJF.
He said you'd be surprised on who you're going to see jump ship.
MJF is in real world turmoil right now with the management in AEW. Number one, over his pay. Number two, over the fact that they let Cody Rhodes go without giving him whatever the fuck he wanted. FTR was promised the world when they came there, when they showed up and rebuilt the tag team division. That didn't fucking stick. I mean, all of the guys who have been running AEW are now looking for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, we've already answered the question.
Yeah, I was looking stuff up.
Oh, the Intercontinental and U.S. titles, they'll never put them on the Usos because it's too much championships.
However, that'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool, but like I said to you guys earlier, when you unify the tag titles, now the way that this works is the United States title will never be joined with the Intercontinental title because you need those two titles to have a buffer for the bloodline.
Yeah.
You need those titles when Roman Reigns is defending on Raw. The SmackDown can put the IC title in the main event.
Not to mention,
and vice versa.
The IC title is one of the longest reigning titles of all time.
Second only
it's
to
the second
the WWE
oldest
World title.
WWE title there is.
Why would you?
And now that you've absorbed the Universal title, it is the oldest championship.
That's correct.
That's what I mean.
That's
like,
correct.
Yeah.
It has the most lineage. It is the workhorse championship.
Yeah.
It always
so
has.
Why would you do anything with that?
Right.
I mean, I could see splitting the Usos just work better as a tag team, but I could see for the benefit of their storyline's sake.
Could be Edge, or you could be thinking of Edge or AJ. They both have the scar.
Jimmy Uso wins the Intercontinental title,
That'd be cool.
and then Jey Uso has to compete for the U.S. title, wins it too. Then Roman can say they're both singles champions.
Drop all the titles in one night.
Yeah, and then if they do unify the women's championship,
It'll be at Mania.
Call up Tamina Snuka and be like, now you need to get your shit together because the family needs the women's. I mean, you could do so much. It's a shame that Nia's not there because really she'd be a viable addition to the bloodline. Even though she is just
Charlotte Flair will drop the women's title to Ronda Rousey, and next year's Mania will be Becky Lynch defending hers against Ronda defending hers.
Oh, yes.
That's how the unification's going to go down.
Just, again, to not beat a horse to death.
Or SummerSlam. We could do it at SummerSlam.
We have a Flair and a Rhodes in the same building again. It's just a shame that they can never wrestle.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's where that's wrong, Rob. I think that they're unifying them to save money from what they lost during COVID.
They didn't lose any money
during COVID.
No.
They had record reported profits the last 2 years.
Yes.
Because of their syndicated network deals, the deals with Saudi Arabian government,
And the budget
Australian
cuts.
government. The budget cuts is only to make them look more appealing on television. To potential buyers. But they made more money the last 2 years than they have in the last 20 years combined.
Yeah, COVID. They thrived through COVID.
Yeah. They had like a $9 billion reported gains,
And that was just from Fox.
Which again, that's if you look at over the course of the contracts and the payout to shareholders and blah blah blah. No, they didn't lose a cent at all.
No.
Well, we've covered Raw, we've covered SmackDown, we've covered AEW, we've covered NXT, we've covered WrestleMania. Is it that time?
Was there anything else that needs to be covered?
I don't believe so.
Then I believe
A thing called love.
that time.
That's a rhythm of my heart.
That would be left side.
Luke,
Yes.
I love you, man.
Fucking
Caleb,
love you too.
You just it's really hard to love you sometimes. You're just I don't know, and you're sitting over there looking like you just come from a world of pure inebriation.
Probably because he did.
In a world of OSHA violations.
I wish I could.
That's
laugh
another
at,
story for another time.
I wish I could laugh at that like it was a joke, but being a safety manager and everything.
I am the new safety
Which scares the fuck out of me.
It should.
Because I sit next to him every Sunday.
rep.
And what you don't see is there's a chain right here that separates us.
Yeah.
That's on the strong side.
Not to mention the IV of my leg that's just pure Jack Daniels.
It is on the strong side.
That's right. Speaking of strong, you look strong. Looking healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
And fit like that tattoo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Max. You look just sickly, frankly. You look just dreadful. You look like someone's lesbian grandmother with a mustache, honestly. Yeah, you look like you could.
Not that there's anything against lesbian grandmothers. Let's
Yeah.
first and foremost put that out there.
You look like a middle-aged woman going through a divorce. I wasn't going to bring it up, but now that you mention it, like,
why are you gonna bring your wife into this?
like you. First of all, we're not going through a divorce. You
Hold
look
on, wait a minute. Slap the shit out of keep his wife's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Damn it! That would have been a perfect opportunity to make that joke, and he set me up so well. Which is really,
Amanda, when you watch this later,
really unusual because Max really just isn't funny. I mean, just genuinely a comedian. He is not. He looks like a clown, but it's like really, it's more like a mime. It's like a mime that speaks, which just should never. It's kind of an abomination of nature. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. Put yourself in a box.
He's in a glass case for motion.
I get Ricky Bobby syndrome, and I just don't know what to do with my hands.
put them around your throat and squeeze.
It is that time.
It is that time, by God.
I'm going to get a room, boys. Ha ha ha. We are not doing a love fest here.
Love fest whoever I want. Haven't you met
Undertaker.
me?
Per Undertaker.
That's fair.
Not a love fest.
All right, guys. It's time for our favorite segment. It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max, take it away.
All right,
Gonna win
we're
this
gonna. I don't know. Is John still with us? Are you here, John?
Are you out
Still
there,
in
John?
No, I don't have my chat
didn't
up,
say
so I
anything.
can't see.
No, he
That's
hasn't said
fine.
anything in a minute.
Not in a while.
Look, I'm gonna get this out early, just in case he might be.
Story of
John
my
Wagner,
life.
our
Favorite
longtime
one.
watcher and good friend of ours, Johnny Black, has a birthday on the 16th.
He'll be 42 years old.
He'll be 137
We're
years
not
old.
going to discuss that yet. because
And
I'm
by
not
the
gonna
way,
save
your
it,
Rumble
and
picks
it's
suck
gonna be-
just like your WrestleMania picks suck.
You suck.
And that's coming from the two-time king of WrestleMania.
That's
All right.
true. Can't
Well,
argue with the facts.
John who? We ask ourselves that question every day.
Exactly.
I love you, John. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
You
John.
dick biter.
That was only that one time. You can't.
Bear suck. Bull suck.
Black
Max
Hawk
sucks.
suck.
All right.
All right, here we go. I'm going to beat you.
Today, we remember Paul Bearer,
Oh, wow.
Percy Pringle.
What year did he pass?
1954 to 2013.
Wow, it's already been 9 years.
Uh-huh.
Wow, I didn't realize that. But yeah, because the Punk Taker feud
thing.
was built around Percy's
A
passing.
year after he passed, yeah.
Damn.
And then his no good fucking piece of shit son went and sold his ring on Pawn Stars. His Hall of Fame ring, piece of shit.
And
A special place in hell for people like you.
Yep.
on, let's see, tomorrow
Have
we
you-
remember Harley Race and Balls Mahoney.
How long has Harley Race been?
Harley Race was born in 1943, that passed in 2019.
So it hasn't been that
Mahoney
long.
was 1972 to 2016.
Balls Mahoney, the chairman of ECW.
Real quick,
Uh-huh.
Harley, this is for you. Harley Race was a beer drinking, chain smoking hard ass, and taught me a whole lot that I thought I knew about wrestling that I did not know. And he was a very, very cool guy, even though he was a massive asshole sometimes.
He grew up in the business at a different time.
Yeah, you know what? One more. As you were.
Balls Mahoney, too. Don't think.
Oh, yeah, Balls was great, but there's a special place in my heart for Harley because
Condolences either way. And
We do have a birthday tomorrow.
whose birthday
that
is it?
is-
Shelton Benjamin.
No,
Oh, well, worth the shot.
no, you lose a point for that.
No, I don't.
we haven't even started the
Negative.
points. We've
Sorry, negative points. No.
already started with negative points.
No, Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin
Go
Rhodes,
54 years old.
56.
53.
Damn.
No point. You're still
Damn, we was up there, though.
Damn.
Now on the 14th, we're gonna jump a little bit. I don't have a whole lot of wrestling.
That's
birthdays.
fine.
On the 14th, we'll have Lita.
Hot as she wants to be at any age.
40s for sure. 43?
46.
About 47. Point Luke.
Nice. Damn, she's a little older than I thought she
Uh-huh.
was.
I knew she wasn't quite 50,
Good
but I
for
know
her.
she's close because Trish is real fucking close.
Yeah.
If not already.
Well, again, Ivory's already, what, in her 60s.
Something like that, yeah.
So,
On the 14th, we remember Brian Adams, Crush,
Crush,
Yeah,
yes.
Crush.
1964, 2007.
Undertaker had a classy talk about Crush
they were really good friends.
and them going and what did they do? They went to do something together, and it was the last day that he got to talk to him. He had convinced the Undertaker to go play baseball or
So, yeah, I don't
basketball
remember
or
what it
something
was,
like
yeah.
that. He told during his acceptance speech.
Yeah, I remember that. I just don't
and
remember
was
what
like,
it
I didn't know that would be the last day I'd talk to my friend. But rest in peace, Brian.
No,
Adams.
they went and broke bricks.
Oh yeah, with
For
their
like-
hands. Learn
with
how to
their
break
hands for
bricks
like
with their
6
hands.
months, and he was like, and it didn't make sense to me until he passed away why we did that. He never really specified what that
Yeah.
feeling was, but
Yeah. Also, I mean, he was Crush in Demolition when he first started. He did the Kona Crush thing for a while.
Yeah.
Did the prison inmate crush thing for a while. And then he was part of one of the most dominant tag teams in WCW history in Chronic.
Chronic, yeah. Actually, Chronic got their WWE tryout because of his relationship with The Undertaker.
They were the WCW champions that dropped the belt to the Brothers of Destruction.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hard to argue.
Also on the 14th, we'll have Marina Shafir.
Marina
Happy
Shafir.
birthday.
That's one of the horsewomen.
She,
Yes. I believe she just signed with AEW as well.
She's been on Dark. She's been on Dark recently.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. But she, well, I wanted to point out that she was the first and only Moldovan to ever compete in the WWE.
Yeah. I've got to say 30s. I'm just not sure.
34.
I know Shayna Baszler's a little older, and Ronda Rousey's 35.
34.
I'm going to say 35.
What did you say, Luke?
34.
34.
On the
Point
button.
Luke.
Nice. It's 2-0. Damn.
All right. On the 15th, we had Austin Aries.
But in all realism, 44 years old.
It's 41.
44 years old.
Fuck Austin Aries.
How about on the 16th, we remember the great George the Animal Steel.
Hey!
2017.
We used to wrestle
Seems
with one
like
of his
it
sons.
was both of his sons. They were the animals.
No, we wrestled with the other one. I can't remember his name. Oh, well.
Was it not George the Third?
No.
I believe that's what he wrestled as for a while.
I
No.
think that's who it was.
No.
I know we had there was a tag match and there was two of them.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking of the youngest one, but I can't remember his name.
Oh.
I know we used to work with him at one of the places.
Yeah.
I won't say its name. But
Anyways, it seems like it's been longer than 2017.
yeah.
Also on the 16th, we have 3 birthdays.
All right.
We have Vicky Guerrero,
Vicky Guerrero's
54 years old.
56.
54 years old. We also have Paul London,
Ooh, that's
41.
42.
42.
Hey!
Close.
And we have Maya Yim,
29.
30 years old.
33.
33.
Going into celebrity birthdays,
All right.
up 4 to 2.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to today, the 10th. We have Steven Seagal,
Oh, God.
71.
65.
70 years old.
Hey.
Point, Caleb.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Steven Seagal. Sheriff Steven Seagal is 70 years old.
Officer Seagal.
And we also have Orlando Jones.
Oh, I fucking love Orlando Jones.
Make 7-Up yours. Not a sponsor.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We're trying. We're working hard.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Really do.
I want to say he's in his 50s. 51.
I'm going to say 48.
About 54.
I'll take it.
Point, Caleb. All tied up 4-4.
He looks good for that age.
He real well. Money don't crack.
And we also have today Haley Joel Osment.
35 years old.
The child actor.
Yeah, was.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense.
He saw dead people and stopped being famous. It ruined him. He went
Was
crazy.
in Tusk.
Yeah. Thinking, what did you say?
I said 35 years old.
I want to say he's a little older than that now, but I could be wrong. 30. I want to say 38 years old.
How about he's only going to be 34 years old? He's my age.
No
I didn't
shit.
realize that.
Wow.
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 He was my age when I was
Yeah.
watching
That's
him
crazy.
in all those movies. That's crazy.
I could have sworn that like Signs came out like 96, but I guess I was
He was
wrong.
in Signs.
You wasn't the kid who saw dead people? I'm
That's-
sorry, not
that's
Sixth Sense. Sixth
Yeah,
Sense.
yeah.
I could have sworn that came out like 96, but I guess I'm a little off by a few years. Oh, well.
I'm going to say 99.
I remember he was in AI, and my brother loved that movie.
AI,
then-
yeah.
Yeah, AI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell, I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
He was also in, if you watch The Boys, he played one of the characters in The Boys.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
He also plays a sex education teacher on a Netflix show as well.
Nice.
That just sounds hilarious.
Remember Blank Check? I don't know
Yeah,
why that.
yes,
I don't know why that
Blank
it
Check.
reminded me whenever he said the sex ed teacher. It just reminded me of Blank Check for some reason.
Why?
Because he writes. What? No, I'm sorry. Is it Blank Check or Milk Money?
Milk Money.
Milk Money. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Ed Harris, with the prostitute.
Yeah. That's Milk Money.
Milk
You're right.
Money.
You're right.
Yeah.
Speaking of people named Ed, on the 12th, we'll have Ed O'Neill's going to have a birthday. Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. He's got
78 years old.
70s. Say a little younger. I'm going to say 74.
About 76. Caleb point.
Take it.
5-4.
Me or him?
Me.
Caleb.
Coming up from behind.
And also on the 12th, we have 3 more birthdays.
All right.
Starting with Andy Garcia.
76 years old.
70 years old.
How about 66?
Damn, he's younger than I thought he
Yeah.
was.
Damn. All right.
Way
Andy Garcia.
younger than I thought he
Andy
was.
Garcia. All right. See
He's,
you.
that's Jerry's cousin.
I think I'm Jerry's cousin lately.
Yeah, you do. look
Cherry's
like-
kids. It's all right, Yanni. Glad you're here. Also, before we get into any more birthdays,
Okay.
Rob pointed out that he hit the like. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And click the bell for notifications so you know when we're going
Yes,
live.
please and thank you.
Rob, I always watch when I'm coming up from behind.
Moving on.
I'm
Also
Ezekiel.
On the 12th, we will have Shannon Doherty. Is her birthday.
56 years old. She's up there.
$50 years old.
How about 51? Point by
Wow.
6-4. She's up there, just not in age.
That's
Yeah, she is.
Also, last one on the 12th, David Letterman.
73 years old.
David Letterman is 76 years old.
Hey, 75 years old.
I'll
Is
take
what
it.
he will be.
I'll take it. I'll
Okay,
take
look.
that point.
Luke, you're fucking up, man.
I can know. I see that.
You're fucking up. We got plenty more for you to catch up, though. Do good. On the 13th, Ron Perlman.
Oh,
Hellboy.
late 66 years old.
65.
Ron Perlman will be 72 years old.
Take it. God damn, 72.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Man, Hellboy came out when I was a teenager, so I always
Yeah,
that's crazy for me to think.
I remember
That was
which
his
I
first
didn't know-
actual heavy role, too.
Yeah.
He was a sidekick and everything else.
I remember I didn't know at the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But there was a live action series of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a
That
beast.
he played the Beast.
I
It
rewatched
scared the shit out of me. He was creepy as hell.
Yeah.
at work today. I listened to Blade 2, and Ron Perlman was Reinhardt,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
the dickhead vampire.
Henchman number 1. Yeah.
And you blush.
Yeah. See,
Also, what a great voice.
Yeah.
The 14th, we'll have Adrian Brody.
43.
Adrian Brody's older than most people think.
43.
If you're shooting 43, I'm going to say at least 50.
How about 48?
Damn.
By default, Luke, good job.
Thank you.
You're still
Left
down by
side.
3, but,
Left side.
you're doing awesome, though. You're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
and
I appreciate that, Max.
I think Caleb's cheating.
You know what
That's
makes
how he's
makes
cheating.
that feel good? That I know that you're just telling me how you really feel.
I am. This is how I really feel. I love you, and Caleb is a piece of shit.
Carry on with the birthdays.
Not even going to defend me. That's it.
Let's go with Anthony Michael Hall
Also old.
on the 14th as well.
64.
No. 56.
How about 54?
Oh, damn.
Still
Yeah.
Brat Pack, so he had to be
Yeah.
only about 12 years older than me.
I was thinking it was way older.
Last one on the 14th, we'll have Peter Capaldi.
70.
Peter Capaldi's 71.
Peter Capaldi is going to be 64.
A lot older
What
than
do
he
you think?
looks
I
a
said
lot older.
70.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
lot younger than he looks.
He definitely
Which tattoo you want to see, my man? I've got several.
fucking old.
Let's see. It says, "Let's see that
Oh
tat."
yeah, show him off.
Oh, I've got the Batman.
That's probably the one he's talking about.
I've got "It Can't Rain All the Time" from The Crow.
Yep.
And then I've got the anti-possession symbol from Supernatural.
Very cool.
And Caleb's mom's name on my ass.
She's a dead woman. That's a dead woman you're talking about.
But she was dead when I got the tattoo on my ass. It's a memorable tattoo here, bud. In memory.
It's a
You leave it
memoriam.
alone.
It's a memoriam on your buttock from my dead mother.
That's right.
Why do I say?
I should have tattooed it on the front side.
It's funny to us. It might not be funny to some of you sad fucks, but I think it's hilarious.
strong side.
Oh well, I love your tattoos. I think your tattoos
Really?
are
I
a
see. I
work
know
of
you.
art.
I know you
I
mean
think
that.
they're complimentary to your form.
Uh-huh.
Especially love the Batman tattoo.
Right.
You're doing great.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking a drink. He's warming up, Max.
There we go.
You know, Max, I thought for a long time
Don't smoke, bad for you.
about what I would say to you. You know, if we ever had a disagreement, if we ever had a problem with each other, because we're respectable men. You know, we love each other. We treat each other like family. And when I say family, like you're a stray dog, you know, that like wandered in with like a missing leg and a floppy ear. And we took you in and we gave you a bath and we fed you. And then one day you croaked. We didn't really bury you. We kind of just lobbed your body into the road because I didn't want to muddle up my grass with your dead, decaying corpse. As the dog, of course, because I would never do that as a human because I'm not going to go to your funeral.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm going to your funeral in a sombrero with a Mexican marching band behind me.
Just to represent your whole people?
That's a point for Max.
You're a dick for that, but I love your gumption.
Let's finish up.
I'm trying to.
I'm not coming to your birthday party.
no.
Of course I am. It's out of spite.
The 15th, we're going to have, let's see, we got 3, starting with Emma Watson.
Emma Watson is 32 years old.
Emma Watson is 32 years old.
Emma Watson is 32 years old.
No point.
No boy.
Oh,
You guys have been paying attention to her Facebook, haven't you?
No, actually,
I just know she's really young.
I forgot you've been in love with her.
I've always known that she's a year older than me because I was absolutely in love with her when I was 11 years old.
Exactly.
100%.
I told you.
Yep.
I know it.
Yep.
I remember taking you to the book opening.
Yep. Watson, like we.
I'd have opened Emma Watson's book.
And then we have another Emma. We have Miss Emma Thompson.
Ooh.
60s, right?
64.
61.
She will be 63.
I'll take it.
Point, Caleb.
She's a brain.
And also, when I was looking that up, I didn't realize that she played Professor Trelawney.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I've only seen that one a few times.
Right.
Yeah, she's
I didn't
great.
realize that was her. She's fantastic. I love her.
Emma Thompson's great and everything.
Somebody else that's fantastic and hilarious, Mr. Seth Rogen.
45.
I would say 40s. 46.
How about 40?
Damn.
Only gonna be 40.
No fucking way.
He doesn't age real fantastic.
Real well. No, not at all.
Yeah. He's always looked older than he is.
Seth Rogen is only 40 years
He
old.
will be 40 years old.
Wait, does that mean when they made when did Zack and Miri Make a Porno come out?
Not that long. 2010.
So he would have been what, in his late 20s?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, well, he was on Freaks and Geeks as a high schooler.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He would have been age appropriate too.
Yeah, he's in Donnie Darko as a high school student too.
Damn.
All right,
Good for Seth Rogen.
Yeah, 4 left here.
All right, what's our score right now?
It is 9-5.
So I got to get all these to tie.
You got to get all these tied.
Working 9 to 5, all up.
Well,
on
let me
the
just
ass.
blow this right off the fucking hammer here.
That's
We're
what your
going to
mom
start
said.
out.
I'm going to tell.
I
Really
think
not.
this one's up your alley, Luke. Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence? 50.
No, older than 50. 51, because he's older than 50.
57.
Yeah, I knew that.
I knew I'd blow right off the hammer.
Yeah. And then we have John Cryer.
Who?
John Cryer,
2.5
another
men.
member of the Rat Pack.
2.5 men.
John Cryer's a member of the Rat Pack? The Brat
He
Pack?
was Ducky.
Holy shit, he was Ducky.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know why it took
Yeah.
me so long to put that together. 60 at least.
No, he's part of
so?
the Brat Pack.
Oh, yeah, I guess he would be younger.
I'm going to say 52.
I just don't see him being that young. 20 years ago was 2.5 men.
52.
Yeah, but he doesn't age well either, though.
53, because I think he's older.
How about 57?
Take it.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't quite 60.
I thought he was
yet.
at least 60. Damn.
And we have Lucas Haas.
Be careful at work. I love you.
Love you too.
He played the kid in Witness with Harrison Ford.
Who is it?
Lucas Haas?
Lucas Haas. He played the kid in Witness with Harrison Ford.
Okay, tell me
He
about
was.
that.
Then he
He's
grew
Tokyo Drift.
No. That's Lucas Black.
Oh,
No, and then he got older and he played the main kid in Mars Attacks with the big giant ears.
oh, okay.
And he's been in a whole bunch of minor roles and a bunch of different things. He's got the big giant ears and the big nose always sticks out.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I couldn't even begin. I had no fucking clue who you're talking about.
You remember
He
Mars
played the
Attacks?
love.
Yeah, I
He
remember
played
the
that
movie.
kid he played the main kid that was Ted had to go save his grandma.
Okay, so that came out like what, 96, 97? Mars Attacks? That version? So he'd have to be at least.
He plays Jack in Hook.
Okay.
I don't think that was this.
That's the same kid. Jack and Hook.
Hold on.
I don't think so.
Google that real quick. I can't do it because I'll see the age.
Pretty sure it's the same kid.
I don't think so.
While we're looking,
Playing according to Master Jack's rules. Bad form. Sorry. Hey, while he's doing that, be sure to subscribe. First of all, please. Hit the like button. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. For all other complaints, Max's phone number is 6
also here in the next couple.
Jack was played by Charlie Korsmo.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't think
wrong.
that was the same kid.
Yeah. They only look the
Seeing
same.
as I don't remember the kid, I was in 38.
42.
He will be 46.
Thank you, Yanni.
And the last one,
All right.
your cousin, John Wagner. Happy birthday on the 16th, motherfucker.
John Wagner will be 42 years of age.
Suck it.
I honestly didn't know it was his birthday until he told me.
He'll be 42.
He'll be 42 years old.
He will be 42 years old. Happy birthday, John.
Yes.
Happy birthday, John.
Big.
Happy 42nd birthday. Old fucker.
Okay.
Still older than me, bitch.
Back to you, fuckers.
Back to you.
Want to have some fun?
Let's have some fun.
Weren't we doing that already?
No, hold on. You want to have fun? Max, left side.
Look, you're spectacular. I love you, Caleb. You giant piece of shit.
Damn.
You're just a giant piece of shit.
I'm that
There's
thing.
just something about your face that I don't know what it is, but I just want to punch you in the face.
I'm-
I feel like this is the day we've met. I don't know what it is. It's even hard to talk to you. I can't concentrate. I'm just thinking I just want to punch you in the face. I want to punch him in the face.
His cross-eyed thing he just did right
Got a
there.
Just
vein
one punch
popping
in the
out of
face.
his forehead.
The cross-eyed thing I wish was on camera because he lost his mind there for a
Turned
second.
bright red, which is a staple of his.
All right, to be fair, strong side.
Oh,
To be fair, you know one of my favorite shows, Letterkenny, kind of looked like not Dairy.
Squirrely Dan?
Squirrely Dan. You kind of look like Squirrely Dan.
I
You
appreciate
kind of
that.
look like a squirrel, but like not a squirrel who had like a good childhood and was well fed. Like a squirrel who kind of had to live off trash and remnants of cigarette butts. That's what you remind me of. Tails all frailed out, falling apart. Look like you got beat up by a cat. I'd marry your mom just to divorce her to give you more childhood trauma.
fuck you, Shorzy.
No, let's have some fun.
Just so you had one more dad who stopped calling.
Let's see. find some bullshit,
Max?
some fun stuff.
Max,
here.
you had a comment in the.
Read it to me. I don't have that pulled up. I got stuff going on my phone.
No, you wanted to bash me in the face, Max, says Rob.
Not gonna say I don't.
Not gonna say it didn't sound like a good time. He says no. All right, give us some fun, Max.
No, let's see. So here's an interesting one for you guys. Woman allegedly drinking drunk with pants down at Walmart arrested again.
That's a Tuesday night for me.
Arrested
Drinking.
again with her pants down, drunk.
How many times has she been drunk and been arrested with her pants down?
With her pants down. So, do you think it was like one of those motorized carts?
No, it's Tammy Sitch. That's a wrestling joke and a dark one at that, kids, because we make comedy here.
Maybe she just don't like driving with pants on.
You know what's funny? You said driving with stuff on. When I used to work at the bars, one of the bouncers that I would carpool with would always take his boots off when he drove, right? And I always ridiculed him as being this fucking hippie, like just mercilessly. One day, driving home from work, I took my boots off and drove, and I'll be a son of a bitch if he wasn't right. My feet hurt way less. Good for you, Murph. Fuck you, Max.
Fuck you, Shores.
Caleb always has his pants down.
Let's see.
Well,
in L.A.
I mean, you're not wrong, really. They're lucky I wear pants to work. They're lucky I wear pants at all.
In L.A., a woman won $10 million after accidentally pushing the wrong button on a lottery machine.
Sounds like the luckiest fucking mistake she's ever made.
They'll say, who would tell that it was an accident? I'm fucking that good.
Yeah, right? I won $10 million by accident, said fucking nobody ever.
First off, I spent $10 million by accident. It's been said by a lot of people.
Yeah. No, I've definitely spent like an agreeable amount of money on alcohol. So I can totally see that being an argument. If I ever won the lottery.
That's what Caleb calls a marital aid.
If I won like $10 million on the lottery, you would find me 3 days later in a ditch in Vegas with only $8 million left in my pocket.
If I had
sure.
If I had $10 million, if I had $10 million, I wouldn't disappear. Y'all just would never be able to find me.
I'd show up dead on the news.
But today, man scaled the courthouse with no pants on, drunk again.
Man buys three $400,000 bottles of booze.
Is the lady that was pulled over drunk with her pants off again
the same woman who won the lottery?
Would make a whole lot more sense.
Also make that story a lot more fun.
No, I believe they're different places. Let's see, Caleb, this one's for you.
Okay.
This one just for you.
Great.
And all of your home people.
All of my home people?
Yes. You people.
What, the other crack babies in the house?
Oh, come on. I bet they're nice.
This headline interested me.
Mexican joke? I swear to
Woman's
God.
controversial method of eating a burrito branded criminal in food debate.
I'm going to say she takes the whole burrito at once.
If you want me to explain it how it happened,
please extrapolate.
I would like you to.
For the viewers at home.
What's going through your head? Was she eating it? What do you think she was eating?
She's shoving it up her ass.
I knew you were going to fucking say that. I knew that was coming.
Is that how she ate the fucking burrito?
No, that is not. She did not eat it South Park style.
Well, how did she eat it that caused a fight?
Yeah.
No, there's a picture here.
No, don't tell me she's eating it from the side. Don't.
No, she has got it wrapped in tin foil like a bowl, and she's eating it with a fork, and she's eating the middle out of it, and then eats the burrito.
That's like a person who bites into a Kit Kat instead of breaking it apart.
I almost think it's just funnier that this has sparked a giant debate.
Well, yeah, because you don't fucking eat things like that. You peel the banana before you bite it off. You don't eat a burrito with a fork.
But then I also found
these things are universal.
Just for you, Caleb. You probably know this already.
Okay.
The name burrito translates to little donkey because the folded end of the tortilla looks like a donkey's ear.
Huh. We always called little donkeys Max because they're tiny jackasses. Nailed it. Hey, Rob says, I do still have you. I still do have I assume he meant I still do owe you. I do still have you $200. Just have not been able to get to you, Max. I've never forgotten. Unless you're rich now, LOL. But we all need the money, right? Answer me, ho. I guess. Rob
I think he thinks he can see the chat. Max
Rob
can't
owes
see
you
the chat.
$200.
If you do, you better fucking give it to me.
I'm saying I didn't know that. Well, good for y'all.
Well, I think maybe he forgot that he also owes me $6 and Caleb $1,000. We'll take it PayPal. We don't even got to be in the same building.
That's right. No.
So
No, I'm very serious. I would like $600.
So check this one out here. Mike Tyson
Mike Tyson
cannot sell ear-shaped cannabis gummies in Colorado.
But the only fucking cannabis thing that can't be sold in Colorado.
He wants to sell ear-shaped cannabis gummies.
Yeah, which is a great gimmick for Mike Tyson. You just have to worry about it coming up, taking it out of your hands, and taking a bite out of them.
Look at these. They look like an ear with a bite
Okay,
taken
but that's
out of
genius.
them.
Why won't they let them sell them?
No, it actually,
That's brilliant. That's
Actually,
fucking owning your brand.
state law prohibits marijuana edibles from being shaped like humans, animals, fruits, or other images that could attract children.
You know what? That's respectable. I totally get that.
It makes sense.
Totally get that.
Makes sense.
But they can be shaped like, okay, but hold on. So the gummies could be shaped like regular candy? See what I'm saying? Like you could have like
Right.
Sour Patch
No,
Kids.
I know what
That's
you're
way
saying.
more attractive to a kid than I would thinking an ear-shaped gummy would be.
Yeah,
That's a contradictory law.
I believe so.
Oh, shut up, Rob.
Yes, I said 7. I totally said 700, not 6.
Get out of
How
here.
about, let's spread a little light on our intelligence in the world today.
Oh, no. I
Oh,
prefer
no.
we didn't.
Council cuts down 1,000 daffodils in play area because children might eat them.
Well, children eat everything because they're tiny, screaming, shitting shit machines.
Not
that
in
eat
Colorado. They can't eat gummies.
everything. Shaped like an ear, I guess. You said council cuts down, so I'm assuming that's a story out of the UK
I believe so.
because most references to any form of city government is called a council. I don't know why that's a random fact. I know. Are daffodils toxic in some form? Because I couldn't imagine just cutting down a flower for the sake of them not getting eaten is a derivative enough purpose to have held a council meeting. Hey, you there? These kids are eating all the fucking flowers, eh? It doesn't sound like that's going to be, what are we wasting our time for?
I do other things to flowers rather than eat them.
I do way different things to flowers. What kind of flowers are you talking?
Steamy kind.
Oh, well, not the kind of.
How about, I believe this is another one from the UK.
Tulips.
Campaign to change the name of fire ants to Spicy Boys.
God damn it, that's the greatest thing I've ever read in my life. One more time.
Campaign to change the name of fire ants to Spicy Boys.
I'm going to regret this.
Gathers pace.
Why?
Did you happen to read why?
Here's a quote, though, real quick. It has taken far too long for this issue to be dragged into the public eye. Quote.
Upon whose perception is this a necessary change?
Well, it apparently has attracted 4.1 million signatures.
Of course it has.
Oh, I'm going to sign that if
Going
it comes
viral
towards me.
other
The Australian census allows you to be considered the Jedi. That doesn't mean you wake up every fucking day and you have the Force.
The United States Census allows it
We
too.
don't call hard-shelled tacos crunchy cheeseburgers. They're fire ants. Fire uncles. That's pretty funny.
Fire uncles is pretty funny.
Now, this is from 2016, and I am going to read this just to close that one off. I'm going to read
Please do.
last quote. It's 2016. There's 36 genders. Beyblade might be a new Olympic sport. Why can't we call fire ants Spicy Boys?
Because they're goddamn fire ants. That's why. End of discussion. Can we call them Spicy Boys? No. Motion passed.
We don't need to take this to court. We just ruled.
How many people were in like this fucking committee that disagreed with the fact that they should continue to be called fire ants? I motion we keep calling the fire ants. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
I, for one, am going to continue to call them Spicy Boys. I'm on board.
That's a failed boy band from the 90s. We're the Spicy Boys. No, you're not. Get off the stage.
Sounds like a cheap Italian eatery.
Well, you would know.
Spicy Boys.
Now we've turned on him.
You turned on me. Left side.
Fucking start.
Yeah, I love your Italian heritage. I think it's historic. I love it. I respect it.
I can tell because I feel the respect.
Call me a Mexican, you're gonna catch
Unlike Caleb's Colombian history,
he said it right.
I have nothing to say about it. Not because it's Colombian, but it's because it's Caleb's history.
Right. It has nothing to do with nationality.
Hopefully, it's not my browser history.
No, nobody wants to see that.
No, I hope this happens to you, Caleb. I hope this happens to you. Frozen excrement dropped from plane crashes through house roof.
That's Space Peanut.
Dude, you're reading off of. Well done. That was good.
That was good.
I won't read her name. She says she was woken when a lump of blue ice crashed through the ceiling 15 feet from her head.
That plane literally almost hit a Cleveland steamer from 16,000 feet.
Well, if that ain't some shit.
I mean, I've heard shit rolling downhill and falling straight out the sky is a little ridiculous.
It ain't even safe in the bedroom. It's fucked up. I guess we were going to shit on somebody. It should be done in the bedroom.
Safely.
Let's see. Bianca Belair.
Timeout. As opposed to not safely?
I'm just saying, you don't want to go like all wantonly shitting on folks. You know, take your time. Clean it up. Be a gentleman.
See,
ask Max up.
Bianca Belair is very well known for her hair, right?
She is, and I really have to pee, so y'all have to do this without me because I've got to.
I came across something that there is a Guinness World Record for a woman who has jump roped with her own hair, like Bianca's braided.
Yeah.
I don't think I found the length on that. She jump roped with her own hair for a record of 30 seconds.
Wow.
Now from what I can tell, her hair is relatively the same length as Bianca Belair's.
Right.
So I am making this challenge. If Bianca can gets to Bianca Belair in any way whatsoever, I challenge you, Bianca Belair, to beat that record.
Hashtag beat that record.
You have to jump rope with your own hair for longer than 30 seconds.
Be impressive. Anybody else in the stream land or in present company land realize just how much quieter and more peaceful it is this motherfucker went to use the bathroom? Talking massive quantities of shit about Max all day. Oh, wait, that's my game. That's my game. I put that together.
Oh, I also...
Never mind.
Another really cool... Luke, this is actually pretty cool. There is a paraplegic guy, or not paraplegic. He doesn't have any legs. Like, he legitimately...
He's an amputee.
Yes, he both legs.
Yes.
And he is still an athlete. His name is Zion Clark. From Ohio. He was born in Ohio. I don't know if he still lives there. He's scored records for the 2022 for the fastest 20-meter walking on hands. He did 20 meters on his hands.
Wow.
In 4.78 seconds.
That's really impressive. Like, I can't even crack a joke about that. That's really impressive.
That was just something that I thought was really cool. And he's an athlete, and his current goal is to become the first American athlete to compete in both the Olympic wrestling and Paralympic wheelchair racing games in 2024.
Well, you know what? I hope he fucking gets it. I hope he gets it. I hope he wins it.
I could share the picture for everyone.
Yeah.
That's actually, I just thought it was really cool.
That is really cool. And it's inspiring, too.
I tell you what, Max could share the picture with you through the Facebook.
Yeah, we'll put
The
a post
Pro Wrestling
up. Yeah,
Throwdown
we'll share it
Facebook
on our
page?
Pro Wrestling Throwdown later.
So they can see what it looks like.
Absolutely. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Good for thinking on your
Also,
feet.
while you're there at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown, give us a like. Follow us.
Please tell your
Follow
friends.
me. Love me.
Everything's all
Sorry.
right. Sorry. On the white Uncle Cracker.
No, it's usually in your head.
True.
Already did, and we thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
We were talking about Bianca Belair. The current record of hair is 9 feet 10.5 inches.
Wow.
Taller than me and only half as tall as your dick.
Last year,
Not even close.
Bianca said that her hair was almost to the floor,
That's insane.
and she stands at 5'7".
Wow.
So she's gaining on it.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
So that's not going to happen because they're going to cut it off. So
I don't know. I hope not. Last real thing here.
All right, let's get it.
Last week, I told you that Barbie had a real name. I forget what her doll was now, but I
Yeah.
told you what it was.
We asked for Ken's real name
You
this
asked
week.
For Ken's real name.
Yeah, what's Ken's real name?
Ken's real name
Kenneth.
is Kenneth.
I knew it.
Carson.
did you see that?
What?
I had it planned. Everybody in land there thought that I was going to hang it. I had to cancel. You're like, his name is, and I go.
But have been flagged for a comment I made to my son on Facebook is a bitch. Sorry, boss.
His name is Kenneth Carson. He has at least 40 occupations.
Well, he's a working man in 2022, and gas prices are high.
He is from Willows, Wisconsin. Similar to his female counterpart, Ken has fashionable wide clothing and all kinds of accessories. He actually has family. He has his mother,
Mrs. Carson.
Edna Carson.
Edna.
His father, Kenneth Carson. So I guess he'd actually
Senior.
He would be
Kenneth
Kenneth Carson Jr.
His sister.
That's a
Izzy
baseball
Carson.
player's name if I've ever
What
heard
was the
one.
sister's name?
Izzy Carson.
No, it's
Izzy.
He is.
Is he what?
Izzy Carson.
Is who Carson?
She is.
Who's she?
Izzy Carson.
This is a lot funnier to us than it is to you guys, probably.
He
Who's
also
on
has-
second?
He also has a brother,
Who's on first? What's on second?
Tommy Carson.
It's not a line of clothing.
Tommy.
So there you go, Luke. Huh?
Tommy.
I was thinking about Johnny Carson, the late night TV host. You see my P comment earlier, LOL, and dog talk shit about you. No, I did not, but that
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
For all the marbles, for
All
all
right.
the points.
Looks
that
like
we
we're
made
going to
up,
throw the band hammer down on Robert Page.
For squealing.
for all those fake points that we made up that don't exist but are kind of real because we want to pretend like they are.
Kind of like
For
pro
all
wrestling.
of them.
For all
How-
the ducats.
How far can you run into the woods?
Depends on how deep the woods is.
How far can you run into the woods?
How far can you run into the woods?
I don't know. How far?
Only halfway, because then you're running out of them.
Fuck me.
Strong
That's
side.
funny.
Strong side.
You know what? You make funny jokes. You make hilarious jokes.
You want another one?
You, sir, are just not funny.
You want
That's
one more?
the most insulting thing I could think to say.
You
I'm
one
trying
more?
to ignore him now.
One more? Left side.
One more. Luke, you yourself are a pretty funny guy, and it's hilarious. You're great.
Literally just
Love
like
you.
that.
Caleb is just. Sometimes I hate listening to him talk. His voice, he says really stupid shit sometimes, and I just when he talks,
Into the woods joke.
it's like three dead cats just like dying cats just screaming and wailing, and it's really fucking annoying. It makes my head hurt.
Hey man, don't compare my jokes to your love life. Sorry, Big Bad John. By the way, we're taking all of this in stride. We love each other. It's for fun. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, we go back a long way.
A long, long way.
All right.
Almost as long as Max's penis.
I think this would be the last one.
All right, let's get to the last one. We're running almost 2 full hours.
So what? They're still here.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay. 3 men go out fishing.
Okay.
While on the lake, their boat sinks and they all drown. But not a single man gets wet. How is this possible?
3 men go fishing. The boat sinks. They all drown.
Not a single man gets wet.
I know this is a riddle, but I don't know the answer.
One more time.
While out on the lake, their boat sinks and they all drown. But not a single man gets wet. Give up?
Yeah.
They were all married.
That's really good. That's really good. I love it. That's really well done. Really well done.
That was decent.
Yeah.
That was decent.
Excellent work.
Yes, that's the last of what I have. You guys don't have to put up with me anymore.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. It's great. Was a great episode. We had a lot of fun. We got the WrestleMania punishments out of the way. We are now in the depths of season 3.
Some new in the next coming weeks and months. It's going to be a new overchange to the show. We'll get more on that when we get.
Yeah. We'll tell you about the new points and the new rules for this season.
If I ever have to step away, I have my brother Lane that can come in.
Shut up.
Also looking for those 200 subscribers. So pass this along to your friends. Pass it along to your family. Pass it along to your unknown son. Pass it along to whoever.
Which son?
YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Get them to subscribe, hit that like button, smash that notification button.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And as always, from us to you,
suck it.
Keep it in the ring.
Suck it. Strong side.
Shut up, Max.
That's all you had for me. That's pretty fucked up. Hold on.
End it.
What?
I don't know why. I thought it was a touchscreen.
Why are you trying to touch my screen like that?
Oh, yeah, it was Logan.